Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Have you ever felt that something strange always seems to happen whenever small signs about Jimin and Jungkook appear? Those signs may sometimes be so subtle, almost invisible, but for those of us who have followed their journey for years, even the tiniest detail can turn into a bigger puzzle piece that reveals something deeper. Today, we're going to talk about a theory that has stirred the fandom. A simple post, a yellow and purple heart emoji, and a mysterious date that may not just be a coincidence. Is this just another ordinary speculation? Or could it be a secret code hinting that something big is about to happen? Let's dive in together. Before we begin, I want to make it very clear that this is not an official statement, let alone a confirmation that can be taken as fact. Everything we're about to discuss is better described as theory, speculation, or even just suspicion that arises from small details. Details that, for most people, may not mean anything. But for us who have followed Jimin and Jungkook's journey over the years, those little things often open doors to something bigger. I'm not making any guarantees. I only want to share what many of us feel, what many of us believe when we see the pieces of signs surrounding them. Interestingly, each sign feels like a puzzle piece slowly finding its own place. Not long ago, performance director Kim Min-Seong, who has long worked with BTS and has been an important figure behind many of their stage performances, uploaded a story on his personal Instagram at minbro1325. In that story, he added 2 heart emojis, yellow heart, purple heart. At first glance, it looks simple. But anyone who has been part of the fandom for a long time knows very well what those colors mean. Yellow and purple are not just colors. They're an unwritten symbol that has been attached to Jimin and Jungkook. Yellow is often associated with cheerfulness, warmth, and of course, Jimin. Meanwhile, purple has long been BTS's signature color, but in many moments, the fandom personally associates it with Jungkook. Is that just a coincidence? Or is it a code deliberately given? In BTS's world, we've learned time and again that nothing is ever truly a coincidence. Small signs like this often become some kind of hidden spoiler. And that's where theories start to grow. During their last live together, Jungkook said something that made the fandom excited. He mentioned that something was being prepared. His words were short, even vague, but enough to trigger speculation. Now, with Min-Seong's post and those yellow-purple emojis, many connect it to the possibility of a new music project. Could this mean a collaboration song between Jimin and Jungkook? Or perhaps a secretly prepared mini comeback? There's even a theory saying this might be related to Are You Sure?, the song they once performed together. Could we be getting Are You Sure Too? Or maybe a special MV featuring both of them? What makes it even more intriguing is that in the same post appeared a date, 10.01. This is where fandom discussions get even hotter. Does it mean October 1st? Or January 10th? The date format can be confusing, but that's what makes the mystery even stronger. Such a striking date is rarely posted without intention. And when it comes to BTS, we know very well, things like this are hardly ever accidental. But the theory doesn't stop there. Let's go back to another detail that has long been a favorite among Jikook fans. We all know Jungkook has shown his house during some of his lives. Not often, since he values his privacy. But there's one room that caught attention, the basement he turned into a personal karaoke space. That room is very special. Not just a place to sing, but a safe zone designed by Jungkook with care. Comfortable seating, warm lighting, and an intimate vibe that makes anyone feel at home. Now here's what made the fandom buzz. The fact that years ago, Jimin once answered a question in an interview. If you could have a hideout for yourself and the members, what would it be like? Jimin's answer was very specific. He wanted a place without too much sunlight, kind of like a basement studio with a small bar, a pool table, darts, a private game room without windows. He even joked, maybe the air wouldn't be good, but that's the place I want. And then, Jungkook actually has a basement with a description that's eerily similar. Is that just coincidence? Or did Jungkook intentionally try to create what Jimin once dreamed of? If we follow their journey, it's not impossible. Jungkook has always been known as someone very attentive toward Jimin. From simple things like noticing what Jimin eats, how he greets him, to bigger gestures like creating a space that feels like Jimin's dream hideout. These puzzle pieces feel like they fit too perfectly. Jimin's words from the past, followed by Jungkook's actions in the present. Everything aligns, too much to be dismissed as coincidence. And when coincidences feel this specific, Jikook fans can't help but interpret them as signs. Yet, in the middle of all these beautiful signs, there's something quite frustrating. There are still people who claim to like Jikook, but easily get swayed by posts from other fandoms, especially those from groups long known for spreading lies about Jimin. The question is simple: how can they trust fandoms with a long history of fabricating stories, editing evidence, and even manipulating videos? If you truly love Jikook, you shouldn't be easily influenced. Being a Jikook fan is not just about enjoying them together, but also about understanding them as real human beings. Humans who share affection, trust, and special moments, not objects to be exploited for fandom content. Loving Jimin means supporting him not just when he performs on stage or gives us new content, but also when he chooses silence, protects his privacy, and takes care of himself. The same goes for Jungkook. A true fan doesn't need fake evidence or manipulation to keep believing. A true fan doesn't attack when their idols don't meet their personal expectations. At the end of the day, Jikook is not defined by rumors, nor by manipulations from other fandoms. Jikook is about what they've built for each other. A layered relationship, full of meaningful small moments, too beautiful to be reduced to internet gossip. So, are those yellow and purple heart emojis really a code? Is the date 10.01 a spoiler for something big? Was Jungkook's basement truly inspired by Jimin's dream? The definite answer is, we don't know. But that's the beauty of being part of this fandom, interpreting signs, building theories, and celebrating every small moment that feels special. And even if all of this turns out to be just coincidences, aren't coincidences like these still worth celebrating? Because behind every theory, one thing always remains the same: the genuine love and care between Jimin and Jungkook. As long as they're happy, healthy, and walking the path they've chosen, that's enough. If one day they decide to appear together again, we'll celebrate with joy. If not, we should still respect their privacy and choices. Because at the end of the day, true fan love isn't measured by how loudly we shout on social media, but by how deeply we value them for who they truly are. And so, piece by piece, these signs form something far more interesting than just theory. The yellow and purple emojis, the mysterious date 10.01, even Jungkook's basement that seems like Jimin's dream come true, all of it fits together too well to ignore. But in the end, whether all of this is truly a code or just coincidences, only time will tell. What's clear is that for us, every small Jimin and Jungkook moment is a gift, and their happiness will always remain the top priority. Don't forget to leave your comments. Do you think this is a hidden code or just a sweet coincidence? Like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with us on Jikook Moments. See you in the next video, and always remember, true love is not about rumors, but about how we cherish them for who they really are.